your mind?
I'm very happy to be here. It's been a long time working for this moment, and it's finally here, so I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can.
I know that getting to this moment it takes a village, right? You have a family that has supported you the entire time. What's your message to them?
Shout out to everybody back at Jackson Wink MMA and also Start BJJ, St. Cloud, Minnesota. These guys got my jiu-jitsu on point, and I'm ready for anybody.
Well, congratulations, Colin. Can't wait to see you inside the UFC Octagon. Go enjoy that contract, my friend.
Thank you.
Dan and Paulson, back up to you.
I love seeing these guys after they find out that they get the contracts. Dana White making these dreams come true. 4 of them awarded tonight as we look at Rafael Alves right there getting his picture taken with Dana. Just so much talent each and every week on the Contender Series as we go to another winner. Let's send it back down to Lawson.
All right, Jeff, you're here, you're in the UFC, my friend. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, it was a crazy week. I'm not going to go into too many details, man, but it just feels good to be here. I think I earned this. I've been working towards this since I was 14 years old. I turned 23 a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to be a world champ. I really do believe so, and I'm just so happy to be here talking to you all right now.
I can attest to the fact that you absolutely have earned this. I've seen that work day in, day out at the gym, but I want to give some credit to your parents as well. You talk about all the sacrifices that they made for you early on to be able to stay in martial arts, to keep this journey alive. What's your message to your parents right now?
I love you guys. I love you, Mom. I love you, Pops.
I think that says it all, Jen. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you in that UFC flyweight division.
Thanks, Laura.
Guys, we'll send it up to you.
You can see the smile on Laura's face there. Her Glory MMA teammate Jeff El Jefe Molina gets that UFC contract as he limps away from the interview. You can see Jamie Pickett. He, of course, the man who has been here 2 times previously, lost both of those fights.
Dana, 4 more contracts. I mean, you're giving away these things at a record rate. I mean, does there ever get to a point where Mick and Sean are like, slow down, man? We got too many people.
No, this is what this show's about. We're looking for young, up-and-coming talent. That's what it's all about. You know, when you come in and you fight your ass off, you get your opportunity and see what they do with it.
Kind of a cool redemption story for Pickett, right? I mean, the 2 losses before. What's your mindset on somebody like that? When they come in twice, they've come up short twice. I mean, are you know, is the deck stacked against them, or what's your take on evaluating them for a 3rd time?
No, not at all. I think that, you know, when you have a guy like that, the fact that he came back for a 3rd time, a lot of people might say, you know, fuck this, I'm done, and maybe I should do something else or whatever. But a guy who's come back 3 times and fights like he fought tonight against a kid who's a knockout artist, yeah, you get your shot, man. You know, some people have it easy; they get in here quick, and some people have to work for it, man. And I respect the grind. I respect the guys that keep coming back and work hard.
I want to ask you about Rafael Alves. Obviously impressive, but the tumbling routine to start was the fact that he got it right the 2nd time. Was that helpful for him getting the contract?
I honestly don't know why guys do that shit. You risk blowing an ankle, a knee, anything, but that guy is a physical freak. I mean, did you see his physique during the fight, man? I mean, the guy his back is insane. You can just tell that he's a physical freak.
Yeah. The one you passed on tonight, Anthony Romero, I mean, he was very, very impressive. Was that a tough call to
Yeah. Listen, the kid, I'll tell you, the tough thing is he's 8-0, he's from Canada. You know, he was in a tough fight against a really tough guy, but when I looked at certain things, couldn't finish with that leg kick, was going for takedowns, really had a hard time when the kid switched up southpaw. I actually told Breeden after the fight, you should fight southpaw. You look good southpaw. And he's 23 years old. The kid's 8-0, he's 23 years old. He's got nothing but time. That kid's gonna get better, and he's gonna be great someday. He's not even anywhere near in his prime yet. He's still a young kid.
You touched on it a little bit with Silva, and I'll ask you about Breeden as well. I mean, when guys have performances like that,
the other thing this does, this gives some of these other promotions an opportunity to pick this kid up, pick him up, make him your star. Maybe he becomes a world champion in one of these other organizations, and you know, can get some experience and stuff like that. If you're another promoter and you're not watching this show and picking up what I don't, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And that's a kid that somebody could definitely pick up and make their star in their promotion.
Sure. It was touched on Silva and Breeden. I mean, those guys were tough as nails. Do they? I mean, in losses, do guys like that sometimes get on your radar as somebody that you might want to call up later on?
Tonight I got up twice and walked over to the curtain where the guys who lost the fight are, and yeah, Silva. So much respect for that kid too, and Breeden. I told them both. And you know, the matchmakers see that stuff, and when guys fall out and we have late minute replacements and stuff, those are the first guys that pick up the phone and call, without a doubt.
You've got a busy week. I want to ask you about speaking on Thursday. What are you planning on doing with your speech? Obviously, you've done it before. Give us a preview of what we can hear from you?
You'll have to tune in Thursday and find out. I'll let it speak for itself. Yeah, I leave tomorrow night, and yeah, I don't know.
You know, you've been loyal to Trump for a long time. Obviously, it's a weird time in our country. Did you think at all about maybe sitting this one out with as divisive as things are in politics right now?
No, that shit doesn't bother me. Listen, this is America. Everybody has their own opinions and their own choices. I know that sometimes people go after you because of whatever, but everybody knows me. Everybody knows what I'm about, and you know, I don't know. Talk to me after the speech.
Do you worry? I was gonna say, do you worry that people automatically assume that by you speaking, you sign off on everything he does?
I don't give a shit. No, I don't care what people think of me or what they think. The people who know me know who I am and know what I'm about. Other than that, I could care less. There's tons of guys that hate Trump, whether it's celebrities or whatever, and you know, I'm cool with all of them. We're all cool. It doesn't. Like I said, the people who know me, and the people who don't all judge me anyway. It doesn't matter to me. I could care less.
Cool. Just a couple more since you're going to be gone this weekend. Adesanya Costa, the rivalry's heating up there. I mean, everybody's looking forward to it. Do we know a location yet? When do we get to announce that?
The fight of the year, man. I can't wait for this fight. I keep talking about, still to this day, you guys might disagree, I don't know, but I still have Weili Zhang versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Still, we were in a meeting the other day, and we have those big TVs that play out there. It literally, that was on, and it fucked up the whole meeting for me because I couldn't stop watching that fight. And it's so goddamn good, that fight. But I'm telling you, what's going to give it a run for its money is going to be that fight. Obviously, the two fights that you got to think are going to give that a run is Gaethje versus Habib and Israel and Costa. And no, I do not have a location yet.
Fair enough. Last thing for me, I want to ask you about John Jones, his announcement to move to heavyweight. Have you started talking to him at all about like when he would like to have his first fight?
No, I would. As far as the last time we talked to John Jones said he's going to take some time and do his, you know, things that he's into right now, and take some time. And when there's a right fight, he'll give us a call.
Could you see him waiting for the winner of Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic and fighting that winner, or do you think he's got to get a win at heavyweight before he gets a title shot?
I have no idea what he's going to do. I honestly don't know.
But is his pedigree enough to walk into a title fight, in your opinion?
Of course. I mean, realistically, John Jones is undefeated. He's never been beat. You know, Mazzagati's been out of the game for years. I don't want to keep beating this guy up, but you know, John Jones is undefeated.
Was tonight the highest level we've seen on the Contender Series yet?
Yeah, I think tonight was the best night. I think that what I loved about tonight, everybody came to fight, man. Everybody came to fight, and you could just tell everybody wanted to win. Everybody had that killer instinct. Even the Alves fight, that kid was a tough kid. He fought. Who was giving him problems. He risked it. Jumped onto that guillotine and choked him out. You know, those things are dangerous and risky. He doesn't get that, and that kid pulls out of it. He's on the bottom, when he didn't have to do that. I love kids that go after it, man, and try to finish. And you're here. This is your chance to show us what you got. Don't squeak out a decision win, man. Go for something. Show us who you are.
I know a quick finish never hurt anybody, but is it sometimes better to see these guys in back and forth wars with another great guy so you can just tell, like, wow, quality right here?
Yeah, you'll get those, but I like guys that finish too. You know, you come in, we put on these great fights. The matchmaking on this show is unfucking believable. These guys are the two best guys to be fighting each other, and when you go in and you finish a guy like this, it means something.
I want to touch on something you said to John about other promoters need to be watching this show. Without naming any names or anything like that, do you get frustrated sometimes with the sense that not only am I doing the highest level of this show, of the sport, I'm also building up the new stars for everyone else, and no one else in the sport is stepping up and doing the same thing? Do you ever feel frustrated with that?
I just think they don't know how to. I mean, out of the 20-year history of being in this sport, the answer is they don't know how to. That's the only thing I can come up with, is that they're just not good enough to do it. So, you know, everybody waits till somebody gets let go here and they pick them up. But yeah, that would be a smart thing to do, is, you know, grab that 8-0 Canadian kid and build him. That's the other thing they're not very good at either.
Just following up on the Trump speech, I'm just curious, do you have to get that vetted by his people and you get to write it out beforehand, or do you just get to wing it and speak from off the cuff?
I get up there and say whatever I want.
That's either a great thing or a bad thing. And last thing, I know we're sort of the pandemic stuff, we've all spoken about it to death now, but I'm curious, end of August, pandemic since March, has the Apex now paid for itself, essentially?
The Apex is incredible. What we've been able to do here through this thing has been unbelievable. I don't even know if you guys know this, but fuck it, I'll tell you anyway. We just bought 10 acres over here too. We got another 10 acres now. More stuff coming soon.
Is it empty land or
land? We bought some land, yeah. 10 more acres of land, and probably start building again next year.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
Can you give us a hint on what you're building? Hotels?
Hotel. We're gonna build our own hotel.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we'll be completely self-sufficient.
That's quite some news. So when do you see this being
Hopefully next year. Depends on how this crazy shit, you know, what happens here in the next whatever, but obviously with what's going on right now, our own hotel would pay for itself real quickly.
Would this be a place that would just be exclusively for UFC?
Yeah, it's
fighters?
UFC. I mean,
Or could
the Apex, we're talking about doing other events over here and stuff like that. And we're going to start doing lots of programming for UFC Fight Pass over here too.
is it a place where fans could come and stay at the UFC hotel?
It would be more designed for fighters. Yeah, it's going to be just like the Apex was designed for fighting and putting on special events. This place would be designed exactly for what our needs are in a hotel.
In regards to the RNC convention on Thursday, there's a lot of prop bets out there on your speech, and one of them is what color of shirt you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Everybody think the white is the most, red is the long shots.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments where people like, you know it's going to be black.
Can you tell us so we can make a little bit of money?
I don't want to fuck up all the bets that people made already. Good luck, everybody.
Has having an association with Trump, has that helped get the UFC going again during this pandemic? Did that help?
I think Trump's been very pro-business, I mean, and not just us, but, you know, I was part of that task force that he put together, and literally every major sport in the United States was a part of it, and he did a great job with that. He was instrumental in helping all of us come back, and very supportive.
Did the White House or Trump have anything to do with helping you get Fight Island going?
No. Fight Island was, we did that, you know, with the guys in Abu Dhabi.
Look forward to the hotel.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Dana, this year was the first season that Mexican fighters came to fight here in the Contender Series. And at some point you talked about having a Contender Series in Latin America. You still have that plan?
You got another mic? Hey, mic guy. You the mic guy? This thing isn't working too good. He's on the phone.
Will there be a casino in the hotel?
No. You know I'm a sick man, right? You know that. That's all I need. Yes, the answer is yes, and we're working on a PI too. Thank you, sir. We're working on a PI too down there. We had a spot picked out for the PI in Mexico City, and then some stuff went on with the landlord, and the whole deal fell apart. And then the world fell apart. So we'll get our shit together when the world gets its shit together.
I noticed that Jay Rodriguez was here with Alejandro when we fight Alves tonight. Did you get to see him these days, or he went to the PI or something?
What was the question?
That Jair Rodriguez was here with Alejandro.
Yeah, no, I didn't see him when he was here.
And just finally for me, Kelvin Gastelum is saying that he wants to fight twice this year. He's looking for a fight late September. Has he asked you for those fights, or you just see him fighting twice?
Kelvin Gastelum says he wants to fight twice this year.
Okay. He wants to fight twice this year. That's a tough one. I don't know. I love watching Kelvin Gastelum fight. I mean, if he can fight twice this year, we would do it. You know, I don't mind turning guys around quickly, so if he can do it, we'll probably pull it off. But where he sits in that division, you have to have two guys for him to fight this year. You know, he's not like not one of the top guys in the world. He's one of the top 15 guys in the world. So I don't know if we can make two fights for him by the end of this year, but give it a shot.
And just finally, Saturday, you say probably that Dustin's gonna fight Tony. You see that fight happening the same night as Habib and Justin, and maybe like an elimination for them?
Probably.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Do you have any update about Anderson Silva? Is it gonna be his last fight?
Yes, it will be his last fight.
So he agreed. He said yes, it's gonna be my last fight.
Yeah, it's his last fight.
Perfect. My last question is, Tyron Woodley against Colby Covington is gonna be here in Vegas?
Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington. Is that here in
Yeah.
Vegas?
Did we not announce that yet?
No, we did. It's in Vegas.
We did.
Yeah, not the location. Okay.
No, it's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Anything else?
Cool?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
How's it going, everybody?
A whole cheering section back there, amazing. Hey, congratulations on getting the contract, of course. Just give us the emotions right now that you secured the deal.
I really did feel like this was always going to happen. I saw it ahead of time, and it was a matter of putting in the hard work and showing up and making it happen.
How did you feel on the night? I mean, it's something that you've been working towards for a long time, envisioned. But I mean, when you were here, were there nerves you didn't expect? I mean, how did it play out versus your expectations?
It was different with no crowd, but I really feel like I was made for that, fighting with nobody watching and putting in the work when nobody's watching. So yeah, it's good.
What is it with you in this arm triangle? I mean, was it something that you just do better than anybody else? You're able to get this?
Shout out to my head coach, Brock Larson, keeping my jiu-jitsu tight and really making sure I lock that down when I need to. So if somebody gives it to me, I'm going to take it.
Fantastic. Last thing for me, obviously the goal is to get here. Now you're here. What's the next goal? I mean, is there a debut date that you're on? Are there matchups that you want to see? What's next for you?
I'm going to take in this. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to breathe. And I feel like good things will be on the way. And we're going to trust the process. And good things will happen.
Hey man, just a quick one from me. When you get to finish that quickly and you go backstage, do you ever worry? Is that in your head? Oh, I've definitely got the contract, or do you think, oh, I didn't get to show much out there? Maybe they'd wanted me to come back and fight one more time in the Contender series.
Kind of passed my brain a little bit, but I had a feeling that Dana was impressed. I made a statement after I won that, hey Dana, where you at? And I thought I deserved it.
Was that always in your mind to talk to him afterwards to try and just push it a little bit more, or did you just do that in the moment?
In the moment, I was so pumped up. So, yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Clearly, you were in a very difficult fight this evening. Clearly you're in a very difficult fight, and we saw the limp up there. Just give me the idea how you felt your performance was tonight.
First of all, it feels good to sit here talking to you, John. Yeah, man, I was limping up here. I think I broke my foot in the first round. I said that earlier. It was before like the adrenaline kicked in, and I felt something like snap in my foot. So I had to make the decision to either start limping on it or keep fucking kicking with it. So that's what I chose to do. But other than that, I feel good, man. It's all offensive injuries. He did touch me a little more than I wanted him to, but it's part of the fight, you know.
So afterwards, you're waiting to find out if you get the contract. You see that Dana passes on Romero, who was kind of in a similar position, right? A great fight, edged out a tough dude. What's going through your mind at that point? Are you confident that you got it, or do you think, man, this guy didn't get it, and am I getting in?
Yeah, I think damage-wise, I did a little more than Romero. Romero had a great fight, but I dropped the dude a couple times. I rocked him a couple times, and I do think I was a little more entertaining. But yeah, I was worried. You know, you never know. But that's my style, and my style is entertaining. I've never been in a boring fight, like I said. So I thought I did enough.
I don't want to push too far into your personal life, but you said you had a crazy week. Can you give us an idea of, were you dealing with some difficult situations? What was going on?
Dude. So I fought with corners I've never had before. I met him a couple days ago. Shout out to Eric Nickshik from Extreme Couture. Great coach, but I'd never worked with him. My teammate and I, Mikey, our cornerman, tested positive for COVID. We went through 5 different cornermen, and we ended up with Jason House and Eric Nickshik as my corners. So strange week, man. I didn't know if I was in the fight all week. It was crazy, man. It was crazy to say the least. But the name of the game is adapt and overcome, and the fight game on its own is fucking bananas. So you mix in 2020 and you mix in COVID on top of that, it's crazy.
It was funny because I saw them in your corner. I didn't realize. I was like, what? But so how did you decide on those two? How did you settle on them?
I let my coaches, my actual coaches, handle that behind the scenes, and all week I was just letting them do that. I was just like praying that I was fighting, man. Like I would legit go to sleep and I'd have dreams that the fight got pulled, and I would wake up and be like, oh shit, like, is that real? And I'm like, no, it's not. I'd go back to sleep and I'd like continue the same dream, dude. And that was like all week. We didn't know if we were fighting, and my teammate Mikey and I did like help each other's cuts. It was just me and him cutting weight together, no coaches. I'd cut weight in the tub, I'd get out, he'd cut weight in the tub, and it was rough, man. But adapt and overcome, that's the name of the game, and that's what we did.
You got the deal done, so give me an idea of what's next for you. It looks like you're gonna have to take a little time to recover, but when would you like to make your debut? Are there names you like? What's the plan?
I want to fight again before the year ends. As far as who I want to fight, I'm in no rush, man. I'm young. I just turned 23 a couple of weeks ago. Like I said earlier, I think I'm a future world champ. So I don't want to rush anything. I want to start from the bottom of the division and work my way up. No names come to mind, but I'm going to work my way through the rankings and I'll be a world champ.
Hey man, congrats. So, did the doctor look at your foot? Have we got any confirmation, or do you need to go to the hospital and get it checked out?
I'm gonna get it checked out. They were trying to send me to the hospital tonight, but I might go tomorrow. But if it's not broken, man, I'm ready to get back in there. I do think it is broken, but we'll find out here shortly. But yeah, if not, let's get one in.
We're talking to Dana about what's better for fighters that he gets to watch, right? A quick finish or someone who goes in a back and forth and shows everything. Which would you? I mean, obviously everyone wants a finish, right? But do you feel that you've shown fans, Dana, like you have the grit to go a hard fight?
Yeah. Not my best showing by far, but I do think I showed some things that people find entertaining, right? Like the high kicks, the body kicks, the teeps, the Kraus knees. That's a James Kraus special, that knee up the middle. So I do think I showed some things, but man, that's like 40%. That's like 30% of what I'm capable of. It was a little hard to have my coaches here. There was some stuff on the wall or on the fence that I could have done that I didn't, and I just needed a little coaching tips that I didn't have because my coaches weren't here. But adapt and overcome, like I said.
Is that, you think, the biggest difference, the fact they weren't there, or is it just the nerves of being in this environment? What gets that 100% down to 40%?
Yeah, I felt flat in there in the first round. I'm not going to put that on not having my coaches here. Absolutely not. It's a fight. At the end of the day, your coaches aren't in there fighting with you. So that was on me. I just felt flat in the first round. But after I clipped him at the end of the first, I kind of found my timing, and I was able to turn it up after that.
Were you surprised how tough he was?
No. That's the one thing we knew about him was that he was durable. We thought even if we didn't get a finish and it went to a decision like it did, like that I'd still get a contract just because of the type of showing I could put on and just my style is entertaining.
Is it better knowing that going in, right? So you don't hit him with your best shot and he's still there and you think, oh shit.
Yeah.
Is it better knowing that going in?
Yeah. Had a couple interviews and they kept asking me to describe him and I was like, he's durable. That was the one word I used to describe him was he's durable, and I was not wrong.
Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Diego, acá, una en español, no sé si...
Hola, ¿cómo está, amigo?
Bien. Habla un poquito de la lesión porque parece que te duele desde el primer round. ¿Cómo supiste llevar esta pelea con el dolor en la pierna?
Es parte de la pelea, ¿no? A veces va a pasar cosas que no quiere que pase y toca ajustar y hacer cosas diferentes.
Es una división corta, una división donde puede ascender rápido en el ranking y como decías, quieres pelear antes de que termine el año. Ahí está Brandon Royal, que hace poquito llegó y está impactando rápidamente. ¿Cómo ves tu futuro en el peso de la 125?
Como dije, yo voy a ser el campeón de esta división. No me importa con quién peleo. Cualquier persona, voy a estar listo. Quiero pelear una vez más este año, pero el nombre no importa.
Este es el primer año que Contender Series está pasando en toda Latinoamérica. Mucha gente te vio. Cuéntanos un poquito de tu herencia latina y dónde viene tu familia.
Sí, mis papás son de Colombia. Mi mamá de Bogotá, Colombia, mi papá de Calarcá. Y yo tengo ese Latino pride. Yo soy colombiano y me gusta que la gente que sabe eso, que yo soy colombiano y estoy orgulloso de ser colombiano.
Muchas felicidades.
Muchas gracias. ¿Cómo está?
Buenas tardes, amigo. Felicidades en el triunfo. ¿Qué prefieres? O sea, obviamente triunfaste con acción, pero ¿te da más orgullo que la pelea fue acción, emoción, estilo Morales Barrera para la gente se dé cuenta de ti más rápido, ¿no?
Sí, si lo noqueo en el primer round o me va a decisión, la pelea siempre va a ser entertaining, la gente le va a gustar. Ese es mi estilo. Mi estilo es algo violento y no importa si son 15 minutos o 30 segundos, siempre va a ser violento.
Muy bien, y eso es claro lo que la gente busca. Cuéntanos un poquito de este sueño que pudiste realizar, aparte de que una categoría que iba a desvanecer y aparte que el rey Demetrius Johnson ya no está. ¿qué mejor puede estar el timing para que llegues y hagas que la gente sepa quién es el jefe?
Sí, yo he entrenado desde los 14 años y eso siempre ha sido mi sueño. No solo llegar aquí, pero ser campeón. Entonces ya hice uno de esos, ya tengo el contrato y la próxima cosa que hacer es ser campeón. Y yo sé que tengo tengo algo que hacer en esta división. Entonces voy a ser paciente, voy a ganar peleas y voy a ser campeón.
De acuerdo, Molina, felicidades.
Muchas gracias. Thanks, guys.
Passa de novo que ele vai tirar foto. Again? Hello, again. Ah.
Oi? Aqui foi o Alves. Passou?
Posso contar aí, rapaz?
This guy is very beautiful, no? Beautiful.
Man, congratulations on the contract. Give us the emotions right now that you got the deal done. How does he feel with the emotions right now after getting the contract?
Em primeiro lugar, parabéns. Como é que você está se sentindo em receber o contrato do UFC? Está emocionado?
Não só eu estou emocionado, mas a minha família também. Com certeza minha equipe também, né? Estou felizão, sim, muito feliz.
It's a very emotional time for me now. I'm very, very happy. My family, my team, you know, I went through a lot to get this contract, so I'm very happy.
Striking looked incredible, but then obviously got the fight finished on the ground. So where do you consider yourself the better fighter? Are you a better striker or are you a better grappler?
Rafael, você finalizou na guilhotina. Você mostrou que também você é bom de trocação. Você se considera um melhor trocador ou um grappler no jiu-jitsu?
Olha, pra falar a verdade, eu me acho bom em tudo, né? Mas a minha trocação eu treino Muay Thai desde 7 anos de idade. E quem trocar comigo e quem for puxão pode ter certeza que vai ser finalizado ou vai ser nocauteado.
Yeah, my jiu-jitsu is very good, but I'm a black belt. But I've been training Muay Thai since I'm a kid. I started training Muay Thai when I was 12, and if you face me, you're gonna be submitted, or I'm gonna get my knockout.
I think the only criticism might be the first tumbling routine. You didn't stick the landing, so we had to do it again. What happened on the first little tumble there, and what was going through your head?
O que é que você... Na primeira vez que você saltou, quando você entrou no cage, você não conseguiu completar e teve que fazer mais uma vez. Qual foi? O que foi que aconteceu?
Porque é a primeira vez que eu estou entrando no palco do UFC, né, no caso do octógono, eu achei que era fofinho, mas não era tanto, aí não peguei tanto impulso. Mas tenho certeza que agora na próxima eu vou dar 2 logo.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna bounce more. He was not prepared. First time he does in the UFC cage. Next time will be better for sure.
So you do that. You walk on your hands here. I mean, what kind of fighter can we expect you to be in the UFC? Are you chasing a title and want to be a contender, or is it more just being this incredible showman that people want to tune in for?
Qual é a sua meta como atleta do UFC agora? Você quer ser somente um atleta ou você vai buscar o cinturão, vai buscar os melhores do mundo?
Então, eu tô aqui para fazer a diferença dentro do UFC. Eu tô aqui para dar show, mas eu tô aqui para ser campeão. Não tô aqui para brincar não. A brincadeira é fora, lá dentro, meu filho. Eu tô para me divertir, para nocautear ou finalizar.
I play around, I'm not in the cage, you know, I'm a fun guy, but I'm here to be the champion. I'm a special fighter, and I'm here to make the difference. I'm here to be a UFC champion.
Nice. And last thing for me, what's the plan now? Do you know when you'd like to make your UFC debut? And are there any names or matchups or anything that you'd like to fight in your first fight?
Quais são os seus planos agora? Você já tem algum nome que você quer enfrentar? Data que você quer lutar, fazer sua debut no UFC?
Então, eu queria lutar agora dia 9. Dia 9 de setembro, né? Dia 9 não, dia 19 de setembro, que é do mesmo que o Kobe e o Miguel, 2 parceiros meus, vai lutar no UFC. E eu queria estar nesse card, se o Don White, ou o Shechel, ou o Mickey me der essa oportunidade. Eu tô pronto, eu tô preparado, meu filho. Eu tô afim de sair na porrada, qualquer um aí, pode colocar.
I have 2 training partners at MMA Masters, Kobe Covington and Miguel Baeza. They are fighting on the card, September 19 card. I would love to be in this card, you know. You can put anybody in front of me. I want to do a show for UFC.
Just a quick one from me. Has he spoken to the UFC about fighting on September 19th yet?
Você já conversou com alguém do UFC sobre isso? Não, né? Vai falar com seu manager ainda, né?
Eu tenho que falar com meu manager que é a porta aí da minha carreira aí.
Yeah, I have to talk to my manager George Guimarães, and for sure I'm gonna ask him for the day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does he think about training with Colby Covington, by the way? You just mentioned he trains with Colby Covington. What does he think about that?
Como é treinar com o Covington? Como é que ele é?
Tem que ter gás, ouviu? Tem que ter gás, que o bicho tem um gás da porra, meu filho. Parece um bicho de outro mundo.
You better have a great cardio, because Colby is a cardio machine. You know, he won't stop. You'll be on your face.
Finish? No.
Thank you, John.
Jamie, congratulations. Clearly this is a special moment for any fighter, but 3 times to do it, you know what I mean? Does that make it even more sweet right now, the feeling that you have?
Yes, sir, man. 3 times, did the best I could this time. I trained hard as I could. The first time, it was like 2 days notice, so I didn't really train, just try to cut weight. The second time, I just came off driving the truck and tried to get in shape. And I got in shape, kinda, but Puna was just so good, it was hard to prepare for him that quick, which Puna was probably the coolest fighter I ever fought, was him.
Couldn't help but notice at the weigh-ins yesterday, he was trying to start some stuff with you. I mean, did you guys know each other before? Did you have a history? What was going on there?
Well, he did an interview saying that he was going to knock me out and I was an easy opponent and he would break me and all this stuff. And I took a real offense to that, like break me. Like, if you grew up the way I grew up, went through all the stuff that I went through, ain't nothing ever broke me. I mean, Puna hit me with every shot he could throw, and I didn't go nowhere. I stayed right there. I never said I wouldn't take this fight, I won't take that fight. So saying you're gonna break me was a big thing. So I asked him about it, because he said something about it. So I asked him, I said, so you'll break me tomorrow? He started talking crap. I said, well, tomorrow I want you to do that.
Very nice. What clicked in the second round? I mean, obviously not that there was anything wrong with the first, but all of a sudden it was like, man. So what clicked there?
Coach Joel at my school, Embrace, he got my face and started telling me, go, go, go. Because I was kind of feeling them out. I wasn't really trying to go hard yet. I was feeling them out. And my coach, my other coach is not here, John Salter, is always telling me, hey, these guys don't know how good you are. You know, let them go. Let your hands go. And I just heard all the voices. My coach, David Mahia, who's been my coach longer than anybody, 8 years straight, Rose Hill Kickboxing, and all my people at PCSP, even my manager, Lamont Chappell at LCAP Management Group, they always telling me, go, 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 go. They don't know how good you are. Go, go, go. So he yelled into my face, and it just clicked. Like, man, I'm just going to let him fly. See what happens.
You should probably keep doing that.
I think I am.
The last thing for me, I mean, obviously the goal is to get here now. It's time to make a UFC debut. I mean, is Puna, you think that's a fight that you want first, or the other matches? When do you want to fight? What do you see as next for you?
I do not care. Puna, Israel, which I know ain't ready for him yet, but I'm just saying, if they told me I'll fight Israel tomorrow, I'm like, okay, I don't care. Puna was somebody that I felt I could beat, and I still think I can beat. Puna was a very nice guy and a good fighter, and I wanted to test myself against him. I wanted to fight somebody like that, and I just, to be honest, I just wasn't in the shape to fight him. I was there, but my body wasn't there. What I was saying is, if we fought now, it'd be a different story. But I'll fight anybody, just to care. I don't care, man. Anybody.
I'm assuming you've learned a lesson from that and you won't let yourself get out of shape to that degree again in the future. Now you're a UFC fighter, right?
Right, now I'm a UFC fighter. I mean, I've been training all the time, but you gotta understand, I got a daughter, and I got a house, I got a mortgage, I got a lot of stuff to pay. So how I do that is driving trucks. I'm driving trucks all day long. I only get to train one time a day, man. I'm eating at all these fast food places. I ain't really training, so my body is just going down. And then when it's time to fight, I gotta get back in shape. And these guys are fighting they training all the time. So I go to fight them, I'm not really in shape. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm in shape all the time, I'm proud for anybody.
Did you tell Laura on the broadcast that you were considering, you'd quit fighting before you got the call for this fight?
I quit fighting that night. I said I was done. And literally, I hand to God, to my daughter. I got a text that morning from Lamont Chappell, my manager, that I was fighting. And I'm a big fan of the MMA Junkie, by the way. I'm a huge fan of this guy. So that's why I keep looking at you, man. I'm a big fan of yours. But yeah, I was done.
Other websites are available.
I'm a fan of yours too.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So will you keep driving trucks, or are you done now, or are you gonna have to keep balancing that?
I'm just gonna let people drive my trucks, let them stay out there, and I'm just gonna keep training. I'm gonna train every day. I'm gonna train as hard as I possibly can. I'll be at PCSP in the Salty Dog Jiu-Jitsu room, hitting pads, grappling, wrestling with John Salter and Joe Selecki, going to Embrace, training. I'll be at my home gym, Rose Hill Kickboxing, training every day. And whenever Lamont Chappell called me and said I gotta fight, hey, let's do it.
There was a guillotine in the first round.
I had that guillotine. I just want to let y'all know that. I had that guillotine.
Like on TV, you could hear him gurgling. So what was it like doing it to him?
I can't believe he got out of it. I swear to God, I had it so tight, and I was like, "This is it. He's going to sleep. He's going to sleep." Then I adjusted it and made it deeper, and this bastard got out. I was so disappointed. I was like, "Damn." I'm glad y'all heard it though, because I had it.